Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Tourism and Hospitality Service Management, SOTHSM, Bachelor of Arts, Facility and Services Management, BAFSM, Semester I, BFO-003 Basics of Facility Management, Unit-10 Ergonomics, 10.0 Objectives. After reading this unit, you will be able to understand ergonomics and its concept, analyze office ergonomics and its implications, discuss the contribution of workplace conditions to work, employee productivity, and describe the role of technology in the ergonomics field. 10.1 Introduction. In the previous units, we discussed facility management and infrastructure development, which established the importance of ergonomics to any organization. The term ergonomics is derived from the Greek terms nomos and ergo, which mean rule and work, respectively. Ergonomics may create rules for a more forward-thinking, future-oriented design approach. Future ergonomics, in contrast to possible remedial ergonomics, is based on applying ergonomic recommendations while also considering business profits. As per Schneider, S. 1995, ergonomics is the skill of appropriate tasks to employees rather than compelling employees to adapt tasks to them. This unit also discusses the implications and futuristic role of ergonomics in the workplace to achieve better productivity and employee retention. 10.2 Defining ergonomics. Ergonomics is the study of how people work. Human factors, such as human beings, were involved, constraints in terms of human safety and well-being, as well as total human well-being performance in specific work environments. International Ergonomics Association, IA 2000.10.2.1 What is ergonomics? Ergonomics' main purpose is to create a good fit between employees and their tasks to maximize worker comfort, safety, and health, as well as productivity and efficiency. Previous ergonomic research has related workstation design to worker efficiency and safety. It also helps remove dangers and align job demands with worker competencies. Ergonomic principles are then included in the strategy of tasks and workspaces. The hazards assessment and verification aspect of the risk assessment process is described in the ergonomics process. Employees who are in good health can be roughly 3 times more productive than those who are not. Such advantages for employees and companies are both obvious and quantifiable. Employee turnover, poor quality, and other expenses of neglecting these basic principles could be incurred. IGNOU, 2010, 10.2.2 Effectiveness and cost-effectiveness of ergonomics. Employees who are compelled to work under inhumane conditions are likely to be less productive. This could be the case because employees must cope with numerous challenges that risk their protection, such as excessive noise, operating hazards, and working in hazardous surroundings. A noise disturbance was also linked to job frustration and dissatisfaction with the environment. For many companies, increasing employee productivity has long been a top priority. It's because higher employee productivity benefits the company, the person, and the personnel as a whole. Increased productivity, for instance, helps to promote revenue performance, huge profits, and social progress. It is challenging for an individual to remain productive while they are physically uncomfortable. Productivity can be impacted by any office features, such as furniture arrangements, noise levels, workstations, lighting, temperature, workstation design, etc., that make employees uneasy over the course of a short or extended amount of time. Many research studies have shown how an ergonomic office layout inspires workers to perform better and also urges employee involvement. whenever workplace furnishings or environmental improvements are required. 10.2.3 Modern ergonomics versus traditional ergonomics. Modern ergonomics entered its development phase in the early 1960s. As science and technology advanced, ergonomics had more opportunities for progress. Compared to traditional ergonomics, which focused on choosing and training a specific person to adapt to the needs of the profession. Modern ergonomics places greater attention on the design of mechanical equipment. This is done to ensure that machine operation does not go beyond the capabilities of humans, and the second difference is to incorporate the practical application closely. The specific apparatus and equipment are created through a variety of carefully thought-out experimental studies, and it should be user-friendly. 10.3 Need for ergonomics. When an employee is comfortable, they are better able to concentrate on the task at hand. Ergonomics lessens discomfort, strengthens muscles, and enhances blood flow. These things improve brain clarity when taken together. Its goal is to improve an employee's performance, comfort, and safety in environments like offices. The study and practice of ergonomics are not domain-specific, even though many specialists specialize in certain economic sectors, industries, or application domains. Ergonomics is a user-centered, cross-integrating subject. Because the challenges discussed are often globally applicable, it employs a holistic, comprehensive approach to design and evaluate tasks, jobs, services, surroundings, and processes by methods, concepts, and data from a variety of fields: musculoskeletal, psychological, social and technical, organizational, environmental, and other important elements, as well as interconnections between individuals. The environment, tools, products, equipment, and technology are all considered. 10.3.1 Ergonomics Safety Environment. A direct association between ergonomics and psychological stress is expected to be discovered. To put it another way, the existence of ergonomic techniques minimizes stress perception. Furthermore, through the intervening variables of person-environment fit and control, an indirect, negative link between ergonomics and psychological stress is expected. The term person-environment fit refers to a workplace that is tailored to the demands of the employee. As a result, the presence of ergonomic practices promotes a good perspective of one's fit in the environment. Ergonomics has been a more crucial health and financial practice in work in recent years. Despite the mental benefits, ergonomic programs are becoming more popular among businesses as they want to reduce medical costs, workplace organization, working time arrangements, a variety of work schedules, working hours, and overtime can all be detrimental to workers' health. Changes in work schedules are connected to variations in well-being. Because it focuses primarily on physical features of employment, such as force, repetition rate, and posture, ergonomics is commonly misconstrued. Psychosocial issues are frequently overlooked and misinterpreted. Superficial modifications in management, societal, climate, organizational dedication, and job stress all have an impact on employees' health. Addressing these apprehensions at work will enhance employees' well-being and have a long-term impact on company results. Many studies have mentioned the affiliation between work, environment features, and job performance and effort. Inspiration was explored. Work atmosphere factors have been discovered to have a substantial impact on job performance. 10.3.2 Ergonomics Person's productivity. Productivity can be impacted by any office features, such as furniture arrangements, noise levels, workstations, lighting, temperature, workstation design, etc., that make employees uneasy over the course of a short or extended amount of time. It also encourages employee involvement whenever workplace furnishings or environmental improvements are required. This is due to the possibility that employees inside an organization may develop musculoskeletal disorders, MSDS, in a setting where there are no ergonomic inputs. Employees have a working design because they are resolute to put their hands, brains, and heart into it. To obtain extraordinary consequences, work should be well designed to afford the objectives of the employee. Job development gives variety in jobs and can be functional. For employee education, job revolution takes employees from one particular duty to another, and job enhancement provides accomplishment, gratitude, accountability, inspires work, and vertical loading of tasks. As a result of these methods, an effective amalgamation of activities, tasks, and aims for employees can be attained, allowing them to establish goals that are matched with company goals. Employees that are engaged and motivated are less likely to be absent from work and spend their time doing things that are significant to them. They stay with the company for extended periods and become valuable assets in the long run. On the other hand, if the job does not align with the employee's psychological perceptions, it will be difficult for the organization to engage them in work. They become dissatisfied and demotivated. These employees tend to stay with companies for shorter periods and leave at a higher rate, resulting in a greater employee turnover cost. Employee turnover costs firms a lot of money if they don't engage and encourage their employees. 10.3.3 Ergonomics Person's well-being. Workplace well-being encompasses all facets of daily operations, including employee attitude toward their jobs, working conditions, workplace culture, and work structure. It also includes the physical environment's quality and well-being. Numerous studies have found a connection between employee productivity and general health and satisfaction. International Labour Organization, 2015. Some businesses succeed because they put people first. Other businesses are starting to pay attention to employee well-being as it becomes clear that many workplace issues are caused by a disregard for their employees' needs. Stress, conflict, drunkenness, and mental health problems can result from a lack of understanding of the importance of improving workers' well-being. Entry-level employees will have a terrible physical and psychological state if they are bullied at work. Entry-level employees' views of well-being are significantly diminished as a result of workplace harassment and unfavorable working. In recent years, work-related stress has become a worldwide epidemic. Workplace, design, content, and training, as well as career systems, opportunities, and a participatory team. Workplace design, content, and training, decision-making involvement, and an ethical, corporate culture. Employees who are contented with their professions are more probable to be healthy and motivated to work. Healthy Workplace Framework and Model, WHO, 2010. 10.4 Office Ergonomics. Many researchers have intended to evaluate how office comfort affects occupant productivity. According to the findings, there is a link between an office's physical comfort and its occupants' productivity. There is a sufficient sign to support the claim that workplace comfort boosts efficiency. However, it was discovered that there is no universally accepted definition of workplace comfort, and there is no consensus on how to assess workplace comfort. Employees and organizations can gain directly from the use of ergonomics principles in the workplace by easing physical and psychological loads, reducing the risk of acquiring occupational diseases and accidents, and increasing job productivity. Workplace elements such as the substance of work, the distribution of working time, working conditions, workplace adaptability, safety, and the removal of disruptive forces and career possibilities, among others, all have an impact on employee satisfaction. It's important not to disregard the following factors which prevail in an organization's working environment: relationships at work and treatment of individuals at work. 10.4.1 Introduction. Many people are unaware of the potential dangers that a poorly constructed computer, workstation, and/or unsatisfactory work practices might have on one's health. The back, neck, shoulders, hands, and wrists can all experience discomfort as a result of bad design or habits, in addition to headaches and eye strain. Fortunately, there may be an easy fix. Uncomfortable working conditions can be eliminated, and they can even be avoided with the right workstation layout and work procedures. Making small changes to office equipment can have a dramatic impact on how productive and comfortable work is. 10.4.2 Goal of Office Ergonomics: Preventing soft tissue injuries and musculoskeletal diseases, MSDS, brought on by extended or abrupt exposure to stress, vibration, repetitive motion, and uncomfortable posture is the aim of ergonomics. Expert ergonomists advise designing jobs, work areas, controls, displays, tools, lighting, and equipment to take into account employees' physical capabilities and limits in order to create an ergonomically sound workplace. Musculoskeletal disorders, MSDS, at work should be addressed through long-term health promotion, education, and prevention strategies according to the World Health Organization, WHO. The goal of these treatments should be to change pain and health-related behavior. Aside from improving working conditions, the World Health Organization, WHO, suggests a healthy workplace framework and model that includes a broader view of workplace health, such as treating physical and mental difficulties, as well as increasing access to healthcare resources and community help. This paradigm is thus crucial for any organization that wishes to maintain its people healthy and productive, particularly when it comes to MSDS, which are multifactorial and spreading. In addition, the model has been utilized as a business tool and scientific guide to promoting healthy workplace activities around the world. A comparable approach was created by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, in the US, which also includes a list of comprehensive and integrated solutions to meet the needs of every employee. Programs, regulations, rewards, environmental protection measures, and connections to the local community are some of these strategies. CDC 2013. There are two primary areas of emphasis in the field of ergonomics, which frequently overlap. 1. Industrial ergonomics, also known as occupational biomechanics, is the study of the physical requirements of the workplace, including force, posture, and repetitive motions. 2. Human elements, the psychological elements of employment, such as mental health and decision-making, are examined by ergonomics. The following are some of ergonomics objectives: lessen illness and accidents at work, reduce the expenditure of employees' compensation for industries, improve workplace efficiency, boost the caliber of the work, lessen absences, aid businesses in adhering to workplace regulations established by the government. 10.4.3 Role of workplace conditions. It is critical to design anti-harassment rules in a company, integrate anti-harassment related courses into educational training, and plan for a comprehensive harassment reporting process. To recruit and retain employees, the hotel business must provide a quality of work, life, QWL. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends that workplace musculoskeletal illnesses, MSDS, be addressed through long-term health promotion, training, and prevention measures. The goal of these treatments should be to change pain and health-related behavior. Aside from improving working conditions, this paradigm is thus crucial for any organization that wishes to maintain its people healthy and productive, particularly when it comes to MSDS, which are multifactorial and spreading in recent years. Research has focused mostly on the organizational environment, which includes both internal and external contextual elements. Inner context refers to structural and cultural elements including size, leadership, and organizational climate, whereas outside context takes into account interorganizational impact, the environment, and politics, lack of information and awareness about workplace safety, as well as poor health and safety policies, are key contributors to the occurrence of occupational-related accidents, infections, and diseases, yet these are readily solved problems. 10.5 Advantages of ergonomics. Ergonomic issues at the workplace, as well as poor work organization, are contributory potential risks to occupational health and safety issues. Using control measures, on the other hand, is advantageous not just to workers. The advantages to companies are also substantial. Employees who are in good health can be roughly 3 times more productive than those who are not. Such advantages for employees and companies are both obvious and quantifiable. Employee turnover, poor quality, and other expenses of neglecting these basic principles could be incurred. 10.5.1 A better safety culture. An organization's dedication to health and safety management, as well as its style and competency in that sector, are determined by its health and safety culture, which is made up of individual and group values, attitudes, perceptions, competencies, and behavioral patterns. Communication based on mutual trust, agreement on the importance of safety, and confidence in the efficacy of preventative measures are characteristics of positive safety cultures. Good communication between staff members at all levels in a successful workplace talks about health and safety should be routine. The opinions of employees should be actively listened to by management, who should also take their opinions seriously. For this, active participation in workshops, risk analysis, plant design, etc. may be necessary. A company with a strong culture will have everyone working together to keep everyone safe, according to management and workers alike. 10.5.2 Ergonomics improves the quality, understanding and putting ergonomics into practice, which is based on knowledge of human features, skills, and requirements, is essential to delighting people, whether they be customers, users, or employees. In this sense, ergonomics and quality can be seen as comprehensive strategies or philosophies that take into account humans in the planning and organization of things. There has recently been more attention paid to the potential advantages of an integrative strategy because of the conceptual similarities and the fact that various indicators suggest that poor ergonomics may result in quality shortcomings. Workplace well-being encompasses every facet of daily work life, from the physical environment's quality and safety to the attitudes of employees toward their jobs, working conditions, workplace culture, and organizational structure. By confirming that employees are secure, healthy, content, and motivated at work, occupational well-being evaluations are supposed to supplement occupational health and safety. An important factor in a company's long-term success is employee satisfaction. According to numerous studies, International Labour Organization 2015, there is a link between employee productivity and overall health. and happiness. Because they understand that their most valuable resource is their human capital or their employees, more progressive businesses understand the need to put their workers' well-being first. Other businesses are starting to pay attention to employee well-being as it becomes clear that many workplace issues are caused by a disregard for their employees' needs. 10.5.3 Ergonomics practices employee retention. As the global tourism industry grows, it will need an effective safety and health (OSH) system to protect its health and well-being at work. Many organizations, including inexpensive hotels, have neglected to address occupational health and safety (OS) issues. The many verticals have been missing accident and health records, which can be used to assess risk, measure safety performance, improve, and discover safety patterns or trends, resulting in less information on occupational safety. According to ILO 2015, lack of information and awareness about workplace safety, as well as poor health and safety policies, are key contributors to the occurrence of occupational-related accidents, infections, and diseases. Yet these are readily solved problems. Employees generally receive low wages, are female, migrants or members of racial or ethnic minorities, and experience a high percentage of precarious employment. They frequently lack significant job security due to short-term, seasonal, and other part-time contracts, and the industry's high turnover rate deters many workers who might otherwise invest in bettering their working circumstances. Employees do not have the opportunity to form solid social interactions with their coworkers because the industry is characterized by a high level of intense work and rapid staff turnover. Because many employees are employed temporarily, the situation at their workplaces changes frequently, and many temporary employees do not feel like they are part of the organization. According to Seifert, 2006, the precariousness of the job, as well as the intensification of work, has a skewed influence on working relations and can produce social difficulties among employees who seek self-protective tactics, sometimes at the expense of their coworkers. The high absence rate, for example, can cause stress among coworkers because the surviving coworkers must take up the jobs of the absent workers. According to a review conducted by Billo et al. 2009, for their study, the incidence of asthma and asthma-like symptoms has increased among hospitality workers over the last decade, and epidemiological studies support the hypothesis that the development or aggravation of respiratory disorders, including asthma, because of the high intensity of the task, due to time constraints, frequent staff shortages, and so on. Employees who are not part of the regular workforce, such as outsourced, subcontracted workers, are at risk of being excluded from their workplaces. Society, however, it was discovered that there is no universally accepted definition of workplace comfort, and there is no consensus on how to assess workplace comfort. Sanders, 1993, also said employees and organizations can gain directly from the use of ergonomics principles in the workplace by easing physical and psychological loads, reducing the risk of acquiring occupational diseases and accidents, and increasing job productivity. Koppelman et al. 1990 mentioned workplace elements such as the substance of work, the distribution of working time, working conditions, workplace adaptability, safety, and the removal of disruptive forces, and career possibilities, among others, all have an impact on employee satisfaction. It's important not to disregard the following factors, which prevail in an organization's working environment: relationships at work, and treatment of individuals at work. 10.5.4 Ergonomics reduces costs. These criteria are frequently sufficient rationale for the use of ergonomics because several studies demonstrate that adapting work processes, tools, and environments to users' abilities enhances their performance, comfort, and health. There is, however, a dearth of information on the financial advantages of ergonomics as a result of this qualitative rather than quantitative approach, as well as the as of yet limited industrial implementation of ergonomics. Because of the current focus on production efficiency, design rationalization, and cost-benefit analysis of alternative designs and processes, the field is ill-prepared to address claims that ergonomics has no financial value or even to present data showing economic benefits to support the inclusion of an ergonomist on a design team. An ergonomics intervention may occasionally lower some of these actual costs. 1. Increase in output per worker. 2. Decreases in errors. 3. Decreases in accidents, illnesses, and skill requirements. 4. Decreases in training time. 5. Decreases in skill requirements. 6. Decreases in maintenance time. 7. Decreases in absenteeism. And 8. Decreases in turnover are among the personal advantages. 1. A rise in productivity per worker. Oftentimes, innovations that increase output per worker can be a huge advantage. Improvements in workspace design, hardware product design, software design, and work system macro-ergonomic design can increase production per worker. Reduced mistakes can also improve performance in quantifiable ways. This metric is frequently used to assess ergonomic software redesign. Reduced errors typically result in higher production because fixing errors takes time. In other circumstances, lowering errors results in fewer accidents, which in turn results in less equipment damage, fewer worker injuries, and lower expenses. Fewer mishaps, illnesses, and injuries. One of the advantages of ergonomic interventions that are most typically observed in production, maintenance, and administrative units. 10.6 Furniture in ergonomics. Numerous types of research have emphasized the significance of office furniture since it may increase employee productivity and organizational efficiency. However, office furnishings must be ergonomically sound since this will help employees adapt to the working environment. The use of ergonomically sound furniture improves employee morale and lowers the likelihood of accidents. As a result, employee motivation directly affects performance, which improves organizational performance. The chair has a significant impact on how well people perform their jobs because, in most industrialized nations, 75% of office work is completed while seated. In order to alleviate tension and effort while working, a suitable chair that can support the back, legs, buttocks, and arms optimally is required. A good chair is vital to encourage employee performance since proper posture will reduce stress on the employee's buttocks, back, and arms. Sitting posture is also related to comfort and stress reduction. These findings appear to be accurate because prolonged use of office chairs may lessen musculoskeletal activity and benefit individuals who do so. Additionally, a good ergonomic chair must have an adjustable seat and armrest because both of these features differ from person to person and considerably enhance the comfort of workers. According to research by Noshi et al., 2018, adjustable chairs are favored in offices because they can be modified to fit a variety of physical structures. A system's maintenance requirements are frequently reduced as a result of ergonomic changes to occupations, workplaces, machinery, or work systems, necessitating a reduction in the number of maintenance employees. To generate financial gains, these savings on maintenance personnel can be converted into salary and benefit savings. It is common to observe a decrease in turnover rate when ergonomic interventions enhance the quality of work life, which can have a significant positive financial impact. 10.6.1 Role of furniture. Therefore, organizations must take the necessary measures to invest in workplace solutions that support workers' physical health rather than compromising on safety. When creating ergonomic furniture, the working environment is taken into account. The user's body is maintained in a secure and upright position with ergonomic chairs as opposed to standard office furniture to lessen stress on the spine, neck, and hips. This is made possible with the aid of a backrest that encourages the spine's natural bend as well as a headrest that supports the neck and shoulders. These fundamental characteristics can prevent cervical spondylosis, neck arthritis, in later life. The participants in the year-long study also reported improvements in their musculoskeletal issues and felt less fatigued and more engaged when using height-adjustable workstations, according to the British Medical Journal. In fact, although most Swedish companies have made sit-stand desks the norm, Denmark has made it a requirement for firms to provide them to their employees. The risk of pain, injuries, and cardiovascular illness is reduced by up to 40% when using a sit-stand desk, which comes in a range of sizes, shapes, and mechanics. Standing at work increases muscular activity by roughly 2.5 times, which significantly lowers the possibility of suffering a workplace injury. 10.6. To reducing the risk of musculoskeletal problems, the World Health Organization (WHO) recommends that workplace musculoskeletal illnesses (MSDS) be addressed through long-term health promotion, training, and prevention measures. The goal of these treatments should be to change pain and health-related behavior aside from improving working conditions, as well as increasing access to healthcare, resources, and community help. This paradigm is thus crucial for any organization that wishes to maintain its people healthy and productive, particularly when it comes to MSDS, which are multifactorial and spreading. In recent years, research has focused mostly on the organizational environment, which includes both internal and external contextual elements. Inner context refers to structural and cultural elements including size, leadership, and organizational climate, whereas outside context takes into account interorganizational impact, the environment, and politics. To remove dangers and align task demands with worker capabilities, ergonomic principles are then included in the design of tasks and workspaces. The hazards assessment and verification aspect of the risk assessment process is described in the ergonomics process. It is an increasingly essential problem to address risk assessment in occupational contexts in which the physical workload and musculoskeletal disorders, MSDS, develop through a relationship between the workplace, leisure time, activities, and individual factors. 10.7 Technology in ergonomics. The terms user-machine and user-system interface are also used in the literature to describe this ergonomics technology. In the third decade of our profession's history, this third concentration started to take shape. It symbolized a change in the nature of work from being physical and perceptual to being cognitive. The invention of the silicon chip and the subsequent work on computer systems played a significant role in the development of this new focus. The design of systems has become more and more dependent on how we understand things as we've worked on computers and computer-based systems. Despite having only been around for a short while, user interface technology has grown dramatically in both development and adoption. Many computer-based systems now benefit greatly from the functional utility of ergonomically designed software structures, which are based on human factors and an understanding of how humans absorb and use information. Health and safety technology is improving communications since it can now measure biometrics, allow video and phone calls, scan barcodes, and detect exposure to harmful substances or situations. Employee health and working conditions have improved thanks to workplace safety technology, which has also made businesses safer and more productive. In order to ensure the health and safety of their employees, businesses must reduce and avoid work-related accidents and injuries, which is something that new technologies are helping organizations do. Thanks to workplace safety technology, employees are happier and more productive as a result of their improved health. Companies that utilize safety technology experience increased productivity rates, happier staff members, and better work environments as a result of its use. 10.7.1 Role of technology. The original goal of ergonomics was to increase people's safety and productivity, but because to advancements in technology, the field has expanded to include daily lives. Businesses are working to develop goods that offer customers distinctive and worthwhile experiences, wearable sensors that adjust ergonomics, sensors that inform employees when their posture is incorrect while they are working can prove invaluable in reducing injuries and sprains. Some are designed to determine force, application, and some can actually warn employees of exposure to risk factors, such as harmful noise levels, toxins, and high temperatures. Also, wearable sensors can determine activities that can increase the risk of upper or lower back pain and alert the wearer well before the discomfort sets in and becomes a permanent problem. Plus, some technologies can use smart technology to measure the time and effort of each activity, and the data can be used by managers to manage their workflow. A desk that adjusts with the employee. The longer we sit behind our desks, the more damage our body sustains. Even standing for a few hours each day can significantly reduce our risk of developing heart disease and chronic back pain. Asking employees to walk around a bit after every half hour is a temporary solution. Desks that are made specifically to prevent health issues offer lasting results. Office layouts that support employees' skills and capabilities have a significant impact on productivity and enhance the work environment for staff. Scientists and academics have sought to enhance how people engage with technology in light of this. Adopting ergonomic technology improvements is a crucial component of office design. Seating should be viewed as an investment that improves worker happiness, health, and productivity. These advantages could yield a significant return on investment for the business. 10.7.2 Healthy and safe workplace. According to International Labour Organization, 2015, lack of information and awareness about employee health and safety are key contributors to the occurrence of occupational-related accidents, infections, and diseases. Few studies have been conducted on the occurrence of pain among hotel housekeepers. The prevalence of asthma and asthma-like symptoms has increased among cleaning employees over the last decade. Interventions aimed at preserving job ability and reducing musculoskeletal discomfort and sick leave among housekeepers should be introduced by organizations. The most typical ergonomic risk factors. Computer-related jobs may have ergonomic issues if they have one or more of the following risk factors: repetition, repeatedly performing the same actions, such as clicking the mouse, awkward body postures, keeping a fixed or awkward position that is not supported, such as bending the wrist, leaning forward to operate a computer, or sitting unbalanced, for example, leaning on the wrist to control the mouse. Grasping the mouse hard, or bracing the phone handset between the neck and shoulder are all examples of applying force to any area of the body while working. Contact stress, pressure on the body's soft tissues, such as the wrist when a person leans against a desk or chair's front edge. Workplace ergonomics is gaining a lot of attention around the country as a result of a sharp increase in musculoskeletal disorders including carpal tunnel syndrome. These workplace mishaps frequently lead to several operations, excruciating pain, the incapacity of an individual to work, time off, and ultimately higher costs for the company. Work surfaces that are too low, uncomfortable chairs, shelves and bins that are out of reach or too high, awkward, hand tools, and other elements all raise the risk of musculoskeletal injuries and reduce productivity. Ergonomics aims to lessen physical stress on a person's body and eliminate many potentially significant, crippling work-related musculoskeletal illnesses by customizing jobs, workstations, tools, and equipment to fit the individual. Workers may incur physical stress, strain, and overexertion if job tasks and equipment are not designed with ergonomic principles in mind. This includes exposure to vibration, uncomfortable postures, strong exertions, repetitive motion, and heavy lifting. 10.7.3 Interface design with high technology. The term ergonomics is derived from the words ergo and nomos and roughly translates to laws of the workplace. Ergonomics is essentially a workplace science applied to optimize the working conditions for the employees and applied in designing products to suit the users better. The study of human body parts, their dimensions, and their strength and range of movements help to design products that naturally become an extension of the human body. Besides the convenience in usage, ergonomics also improves the chances of avoiding injuries and health hazards associated with tools. For example, body posture is one of the significant areas of focus. The product's dimensions and weight should be decided only after analyzing the possible postures that the user would be in when using the product. A product not optimized for body posture would create physical stress and drain energy faster. 10.8 Summary. An effective ergonomics program benefits both the employer and the employee. When the employer follows our recommendations, production increases, but so does employee satisfaction. Work should be well designed in accordance with the employee's objectives if extraordinary outcomes are to be obtained. Through the use of these ergonomics strategies, it is possible to create for employees an effective mix of initiatives, assignments, and goals that will enable them to set objectives that align with those of the business. As a result of an ideal job design, a highly motivated and content employee gets dedicated to the company and feels like a part of it, and corporate goals become his or her objectives. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.